Today's video may be the largest and most expensive Apple unboxing video I've ever done, considering this is an insanely big box that's very, very heavy, and yet despite that, what's in this box is actually more valuable. And of course, UPS decided to very good care of my Mac Studio, which I'll be diving into shortly, but I am far more interested in the studio display itself. So, without further ado, let's open the bad boy. This should be very easy, thanks to the little cardboard pull tab here. Yeah! Oh, jeez. That was a lot louder than I thought it was going to be. Let me open it this way. Ooh, look at that! Wow! Is that true to life size? If so, that's pretty decent. I'm kind of surprised to see little dust marks all over the front of this thing. They've been rushing to get them out of the factory, so they can't keep every box clean, but glad to see there's no plastic wrapping over the entire thing. They do have like a fabric strap at the top, like an iMac. And what's bizarre is this is not an XDR panel. This is the same old 5K panel they've been using in the 27-inch iMacs for years, but they still use the Pro Display XDR wallpaper on the package. Maybe that requires less ink or something, I don't know, but this puppy is heavy. Oh my god. This fabric on the handle is popping. It's making noises. It makes me feel like that handle might not even be strong enough. Jeez, this is heavier than the 24-inch iMac, and there's not even a computer in it. I guess it's a bigger display, but we have another pull tab here. In case you were curious, I got the height adjustable stand because I never reviewed the Pro stand myself, so I was curious what it'd be like to have this hinge on the end. Yeah, the green pull tab, I pull off like this. It's already starting to come out the back. It wants to be set up. But as you can see on the back here, unlike the Pro Display, this is not going to be very good at grating cheese. It's a very clean back. All USB-C with one port being Thunderbolt 4. That's actually one of my favorite features about this monitor because I do want to plug in additional I/O and try it out. Oh yeah, and a tiny little microphone hole right there. That or a bug died on this package and he happened to die right there. So I believe if I watched the unboxing videos correctly, this thing wants to be opened laying down, which is kind of bizarre, but I think should work. I think the box is caught on the handle there. Here we go. Oh my goodness. I think I got it upside down here. Okay. My office space is not big enough for this package, but we have two arrows on the side of the box here, so I'm just gonna pull against them, which I guess opens up the display. How the heck are you supposed to lift this thing out? Oh, like that, I guess. Jeez, that has a lot of cardboard on the back. I hope I'm not breaking anything. Okay, this box is not winning any points for efficiency. Oh, a Thunderbolt Pro cable. I've never used one of these before. So on their own, these things would cost 130 bucks. But thankfully, Apple includes them. Even though this monitor is a fraction of the price of the Pro Display, I'm definitely gonna get some use out of this cable. So I'm grateful that exists. But the rest of this box can go wait somewhere else. Let me take a look at this puppy right here. It's got the studio display, text on a sticker. On the back they have like a ton of additional paper and stuff. I guess there's a little pull tab here you pull on, and this is what locks the studio in this particular height. So once I take off this cardboard, this is what you're paying that extra 400 bucks for, then the monitor becomes height adjustable. Look at all this cardboard stacked on cardboard. My god, this stuff is thick. This is not just a singular hollow piece of cardboard. I did not expect this monitor unboxing to be so intricate and complicated. Ooh, I'm already adjusting the height. Look at that. Wow. This used to be a $1,000 add-on for Apple monitors. Now it's a $400 add-on. That moves very gracefully though. That is nice. I'm probably wearing it out. Pulling the paper off here. I want to get a nice clean reveal on the front. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Look at all this paper they include. This is a mess, but there's a bunch of speaker holes on the top, and I assume the bottom as well. You can adjust it this way. Whoa, that pivots back a lot. I don't know who would be buying this monitor and putting it that low, but you can do it and swivel it up top like this. That is a clean back. I mean, come on, Apple. How hard would it be to just throw an M1 Pro or M1 chip in this thing? Call it the new iMac. It would look so much cooler than the 24-inch one. I can dream. If only you were a computer. But no, they just decided the A13 chip was good enough. I would very much like to know how you take off this giant piece of paper. I don't believe it is structural. Don't want to break anything. Oh, okay, I broke it. too late. Looks like the power cord, even though it's plugged in by default, does come in a box of some kind. Ooh, and it's braided. Wow, that's some heavy-duty wiring there. But this power cable better be heavy duty, because as I'm using it with my MacBook Pro, it's actually going to be providing the video, the speakers, the camera, the microphone, and power all through the Thunderbolt 4 port on the back. Man, this thing is tall. I did not expect it to be that high off the desk. That's kind of cool. But I need to see the front of this thing because I hear it has black bezels, which are the best kind. And they're symmetrical. There's no chin of any kind. Thank God it's 16:9, the best aspect ratio. It even has a Energy Star approval thing on the front. You don't usually see that on Apple's products, but let me peel here. Whoa! That was the most satisfying sound ever. You have this giant sticker now that says Studio Display. Kind of absurdly small text, but that's okay. Wow! That looks so clean. I'm afraid to touch it. It had a tiny bit of dust on it, but oh my goodness. Those bezels look thinner than they do on the website, I may add. Much thinner than the bezels on my iMac Pro. Dang, this looks clean. I can't wait to plug everything in. But, of course, before I even use it with my MacBook Pro, I gotta just unbox the most powerful Mac ever really quick. Yeah, in case you guys weren't aware, I bought the M1 Ultra with the 64-core GPU, which outperforms the 28-core Mac Pro that was $50,000. Yeah, this thing is faster, and it doesn't even have a dedicated GPU. So UPS did a lot of the unboxing for me already, but let me just pull on this anyway. Man, I hope they did not damage the thing on the inside. Man, UPS really put a crank in my unboxing experience. Oh my god, it seriously damaged the box. I gotta show you guys this. They really screwed up. I'm gonna genuinely have to get my knife out, even though I shouldn't have to. All this tape is making it so I can't even unbox. Jeez, that is not okay. Oh my god. Just, yeah, probably the most expensive box on the whole truck. Look at that. Oh my god! I've never seen UPS mistreat a box that poorly in my entire life. I hope it didn't get on the inside. Dang. This took a drop. But yeah, that's what the Mac Studio box looks like. It's not ideal, but obviously we have another pull tab on this side of things, and we probably push it down just like the monitor did. Yeah, kind of like this. So you've got your designed by Apple in California paperwork up top. Got some arrows on the side that you pull back. And here we have Mac Mini Chonk. Oh my goodness. It also comes with a really solid braided power cable. That's pretty cool, but that's it. There are no keyboard or mouse included with your $5,000 computer purchase. The Mac Pro was a whole lot more, but it did come with a keyboard and mouse, to be fair. So we've got some paper to pull off this thing. Starts right there, I believe. Okay, so it only comes in silver, but ooh, that looks clean. This has a really solid smell to it. Oh, you know what? I never see it with the light off in all the pictures, but there is a power on light on the front. But man, how often do you get I/O this good in a Mac these days? 4 Thunderbolt ports, power, 2 USB-A, HDMI, Ethernet, 10 gigabit standard. That is a solid build. I'll be honest, it's got a decent amount of weight to it. I know that the M1 Max version is a little bit lighter by 2 pounds, I think. But the fact that with one hand I can hold this machine. Oh yeah, and it's got 2 Thunderbolt ports and an SD card slot on the front. So 6 Thunderbolt ports in a machine this tiny. That is just unparalleled. You will not find any computer on the market this small and this powerful. That's a really cool design, and it's kind of crazy that we didn't even know this was going to be a thing a couple weeks ago, and now I'm holding it in my hands. I cannot wait to do some export tests with this bad boy. It's got a decent amount of weight to it. I could probably work out a little bit with the M1 Ultra, but I want to clean up this setup a little bit. Let me just throw... We've got the power cord. Oh, sorry, my knife just fell on my foot. No big deal. I'll just hop for the rest of my life. So this is gonna sit alongside the Studio Display right here. I'm glad they have space for each other. Come on, Apple. How hard would it be to put some of this stuff into that thing? Because that's what I want to see. I'm actually kind of curious what happens, because this has an A13 chip in it, and people have been saying Apple is going to fix the center stage camera by providing a software update. What happens if I just plug in the monitor and nothing else? I'm curious. Plugged it in. There's no power button or anything on this monitor. Ooh, 3 dots. I don't think I've seen Apple's monitors do that before. Maybe the Pro Display does it, but I never reviewed that. So this is that $130 cable that's thankfully included with the Studio Display. How the heck do you get it out of the... Oh my god. It's moving on its own now. Okay. So this is a heavy-duty wire that I just slammed against my desk, but thankfully USB-C is pretty dang durable. It's only 1 meter though. That actually doesn't give you too much wiggle room, but I like the concept that my Ethernet, my power, additional USB-C ports, and video and data and everything can go through one port on my MacBook Pro, rendering the MagSafe 3 and HDMI ports completely useless, just from a single cable, which is kind of cool. So I've given power to the Studio Display, and it basically just showed 3 dots and then turned off. So it's basically awaiting a signal, I suppose. How lightweight is this to pivot on a desk? Ooh, this is very light, actually. Really easy to swivel around if you want to get to the back, because that's where the ports are. I'll plug in Thunderbolt right there. Just to tick all of you people off who like your clean cable management, I'm gonna plug it in to the front of the Mac Studio. No one should do that. I guess I should also provide power to the Mac Studio while I'm at it. I like these braided cables though. They feel very nice and durable. This is not the kind of cable that's going to get a lot of tension. It would have made more sense to include braided cables with the new iPhones because people wiggle those chargers around a lot. These, it's just kind of a, I don't know, nice extra perk, I suppose. Giving the Mac Studio power now. Nothing happens when you first plug it in, but it does have a power button on the back, so I'm just going to click that real quick. The light, ooh, okay, it does have a little speaker in it, although it did not instantly connect to the Studio Display. Let's just see some of that variability with, ooh, this goes low. That is like pretty dang close to the bottom. Oh, it's ready to set up. Nice. This is a clean panel. I know it's not XDR or 120 hertz or anything, but man, that looks nice. It's asking me to pair mouse and keyboard, which my only keyboard and mouse are connected to the iMac Pro right now in the other room. I'll be right back. Okay, how many people are using this setup between their studio and their display? I'm using the all space gray mouse and keyboard. Oh, it worked. Okay, we have a connection. I can already hear the fans kicking in on the Mac Studio. Actually, just during setup, it sounds a tiny bit louder than my MacBook Pro does.
Mac OS contains a built-in
oh
screen
god,
called VoiceOver.
I don't need to hear it. I can tell right off the bat, just moving my mouse around this display, it's 60 hertz. I know that's exactly what I should have expected, but I don't know. I've gotten so spoiled on all my other devices. I was kind of hoping this thing would kind of feel clean and nice enough that I wouldn't notice it was 120, but yeah, I do. Let me see if I can boost the brightness all the way though. Wow, for a LCD panel, the nits are pretty good. This is 600 nits, I think. Pretty dang bright, actually. So this entire video was actually edited off of the M1 Ultra with the Mac Studio and Studio Display. Universal Control also works insanely well between my MacBook Pro and the Studio Display. So it's been really easy to just like jump files like the intro and outro and the music and everything. I can just drag them from my MacBook Pro onto the Mac Studio and boom, they show up in the timeline. No lag, no holdups. The only bug I've discovered so far is I was gonna live stream for the channel members, but for some reason OBS or Streamlabs, neither of them would work. I would try to install them and Rosetta or whatever was not working. It would not install the application. So a simple restart hopefully will do the trick, but I do notice the center stage camera being quite a bit soft. There's a little bit of compression going on. Hopefully Apple is correct and they can fix that in a software update, but still, just the fact that I can have center stage on a Mac now is awesome, and I've never had it at an angle this high before. I'm kind of falling in love all over again with desktops and having a keyboard and mouse set up and actually being able to look upwards at the display instead of down at my MacBook panel. I do notice the 60 hertz even after editing a whole video on it, but I'm very excited to keep using it and do our first live stream on it very, very soon. Thank you all for watching the unboxing experience with me, and let me know what things you'd like me to try out on the Mac Studio, kind of hiding back there, and the Studio Display. This is your Apple Sheep here. I'll see you all in the next one.